What's going on, guys? So it's currently the 21st of January. I know, we're 3 weeks into 2019 already. Like, this year is going to go as quickly as last year, I swear to God. Anyway, in about an hour's time, I'm about to be training back biceps and glutes. I'm kind of low in my volume on glutes at the moment. I've taken out half my sets that I usually do. The reason for that is because I feel like my glutes are kind of overpowering at the moment. My glutes kind of get trained a lot with hamstrings and with quad days, but I do have a separate day for them as well with back, but I'm kind of lowering the frequency on them just because I feel like they're starting to take over a little bit more, and I want to bring my hamstrings up as well, so I want everything to be kind of in proportion. Plus as well, with my pelvis injury, that's like near enough 99%. I don't want to piss it off again by doing hip thrusts and having to go through like 5 chiropractor appointments to get it fixed. Anyway, I'm about to have my pre-workout meal. I know a lot of you know my pre-workout meal anyway because it is kind of a staple and I have it like before every single workout. But I know we've got some new subscribers to the channel, so I'm going to show them and pretty much explain why I have this pre-workout. Right, so my pre-workout meal is 100 grams of Cocoa Pops with around 300 to 400 ml of almond milk. The reason I have almond milk is because it's a little bit easier on the stomach than normal milk. Plus I find that normal milk, like just kind of like semi-skim milk or skimmed milk, is kind of a waste of calories. Even though skim milk is quite low in calories, it's kind of a waste in calories compared to almond milk. With this, I like to have 1 scoop of whey protein and just take my tablets as well. If you want to know about my tablets, I've done this so many times, but I take fish oil, zinc, multivitamin, glycosamine, and a vitamin C. So the reason I have Cocoa Pops is pretty much basic. It's because it is very fast absorbing. You know, it's fast digesting, you know, it's fast absorbing. I can get in those carbs very quickly. Along with the protein shake as well, my body can kind of digest this and absorb this very quickly, rather than if I ate like I don't know, like a chicken breast and rice, my body wouldn't be able to absorb that as quickly and digest that as quickly, and that would interfere with my training. So I have 100 grams of Cocoa Pops. You could probably have anything. I went through a phase of having Rice Krispies beforehand, but I like Cocoa Pops in the moment. Plus as well, 100 grams of Cocoa Pops is just under 400 calories. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my pre-workout meal and I'll see you guys at the gym. Right, it's me again. Today we're training delts and quads. Starting off with a little bit of delts first, then moving on to quads after. Right, so we're starting off with Smith machine shoulders, which is probably working up to around 90 kilo. I got that for 6 last week, so hopefully I can get that for around 8 today. Then we're moving on to some plated shoulders, machine shoulder raises, and then hack squat, leg press, leg extensions, and calf raises. I think you've seen this workout on my channel before, but now I know that I've got to put over 4 plates on the hack squat. I'm gonna need my best friend called Total War. So I'm gonna take some Total War, I'm gonna start warming up, and I'll see you guys in the gym. Let's go! 1, 2, 3. Let's go, come on. Come on. Let's go, they're moving, they're moving. Yeah, let's go. Stop, come on. Yep. Up, up. Come on. Come on, you're it. Right, I think it's time for like an explanation on why this vlog is so scrambled and why I didn't vlog yesterday. Now, the reason for that is because yesterday I did absolutely nothing. We went to the gym, trained back, biceps and glutes. I got home, ate my meals, and then me and Bex just had a walk into town. Basically did nothing, just got a coffee and got the haircut. That was about it. So basically I look a lot better now. I went to a new barber's this time and I did a good job, so thank you for that. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to sit down and talk to you guys about the title of this video. Now, I have done this video before, and that was like 6 months ago, and I feel like I can elaborate a lot more on the points now, because I know a lot more. Like, you carry on learning through this process, and half a year of learning about bodybuilding, you get quite a lot of knowledge through it. And as well, now that I've bulked, or just coming to the end of my bulk, I've got a couple weeks left, I feel like I know a lot more about different areas of bodybuilding, as this is like the first time I've ever bulked. So I'm going to get to a point where I can sit down and speak to you guys about this topic. Right guys, so it has been a few days and I was meant to record this on Tuesday night, but I just didn't have time. I've got my list of notes here, just my points I want to make. I'm going to try not to bore you guys and make this like an extra 30 minutes long. But I also want to kind of get out as much information as I possibly can on these points, but I also want to make it kind of sharp and snappy so I don't bore you. So let's get straight into it. So the first point being nutrition, macros and micros. Now, you need to learn about food. That is a huge point in training. Like, people think that weight training is literally going into the gym, lifting weights. It's not. It's what you do outside the gym as well. And 90% of it is outside the gym, and then 10% of it is actually in the gym. I'll get onto the points of outside the gym later on. You need to know the breakdown of food, so you need to know carbs, protein, fats. Learning about different types of protein as well. So you can get whey protein, egg protein, soy protein, which is trash. You can get pea protein, and just like which digests a little bit better. I wouldn't say when you first start training you should really kind of dig in deep on like digestion rates and everything till you've kind of got yourself and you kind of like training and you know you want to take this even further. Then you can start looking into that. But I would definitely say learn about macros, micros as well. Learn like what magnesium does and what zinc does, and like helps the body. This will get me into supplementation as well. you can research supplementation. I'm not saying you have to buy supplements, but I'm potentially saying that maybe if you want to increase your performance in the gym, then you need to look at some supplements if you can't get it in by food. So for example, for me, I have the green powder because I know that I can't get in loads of greens on certain days. So it's just kind of a backup plan. Another thing I want to add on to that is learn your maintenance calories, because you can learn your bulking and cutting calories very easily, because obviously with cutting it's just subtracting calories from your maintenance, and bulking is just adding calories to your maintenance. So you know that as long as you find your maintenance, then you can kind of go either way with cutting or bulking. I wouldn't recommend when you first start out, which leads me on to my second point, is I wouldn't recommend cutting straight away unless you are like a substantial amount of weight. So if you know you're very overweight, then don't go into like a bulk, if that makes sense, because you should get a thing that they kind of call it's kind of like bro science, but like newbie gains, which is pretty much where it's a big shock to the body, weight training, and your body responds to the stimulus of weight training, and you grow muscle, and that's where you grow the most muscle. And then after time, that like how much muscle you grow starts to slow down for a natural lifter. What I'm basically trying to say is don't cut down straight away. Gain a bit of muscle first, then maybe cut down. It would be easier for you, and you'd see a lot more progress if you went into a bulk. If you're an average male and you're not fat and you're not skinny, it'd be easier for you to just kind of go into a bulk or a very low bulk, maybe just a plus 200 calories, and you know, you make some good gains off that. And I definitely would recommend, if you're thinking about getting the biggest you possibly can, and if you bulk for 8 months, you're not looking too flubby, then maybe carry on bulking, even though it might be going into the summer. You know, you want to gain as much muscle as possible and utilize, you know, the first kind of years of lifting, because that is the years where you make the most muscle. Thirdly, and I think this is a huge one that people kind of neglect, is get someone to show you what to do, like better your form, prioritize compound movements, but yeah, better your form. Learn to retract your scapula, learn to keep a neutral spine when performing a deadlift. You know, you can learn all this by getting, you know, there's PTs in every gym, and I'm not saying go buy a pack of 10, you know, PT lessons, but what I'm saying is maybe just buy one personal training lesson from a good personal trainer. They'll show you the basics and the kind of the fundamentals, and then you can go off and kind of research yourself. You know, there's loads of things as well. You don't even have to buy a personal trainer. You can even just kind of go on YouTube and put how to deadlift correctly and just try and mimic that. Don't get carried away with weight. Do not ego lift when you first start out, because you don't want to injure yourself in the first couple of years of lifting. You know, the weight should mean nothing to you. Just get your form down right. Take it from my experience, it's not worth it. So I've injured myself in early days of training. I had lower back problems probably from my second year of training, and that is generally because I went too heavy too quickly, and yeah, it just causes problems down the line. This brings me on to my next point. Learn from knowledgeable people. There's so many different things you can do. You can have a members site, sign up to a members site from a YouTuber you like, or a personal trainer you like, or a coach that you like. Sign up to a members site, watch their YouTube videos. There's so many good YouTube videos out there. Like, admittedly, some of them are just bullshit, but there's so many good YouTube videos out there on people, how to explain form, how to explain diet, you know, how to explain certain exercises. There's a video on pretty much everything that you're doing in the gym when you first start out. So just do your research, do your background knowledge, and learn from the best. Another thing as well that I think a lot of people neglect is take progress pictures. Like, take them every month or every couple of weeks. Now, it might look vain if you have like 50 pictures of you topless, but down the line, when you look at your first picture, and then like 10 weeks on, you look at your second picture, and there's so much difference, you know, and you put them together, and it's so motivating. And that is truly probably the most motivating thing, is seeing your own progression rather than someone else's. And I feel like if you take enough progress pictures, because I wish I did that, I wish I took loads of progress pictures at the start, but I didn't, because I was so kind of body conscious of how I was when I first started lifting, that I didn't take a lot of pictures of my top off. I didn't like taking my top off. But now, you know, I take my progress pictures probably about once a month, and I just keep them on my phone, and I keep track on where I'm going. So with this bulk, I'm standing in exactly the same place when I take these progress pictures, and I know how much weight I'm putting on just from these pictures. So from last month to this month, I'll know how much weight I put on, or how much fat I put on, or muscle, or where I want to improve. For example, when I'm going into, I've said my glutes are taking over. I've looked at my glutes compared to my hamstrings and gone, well, I need to up my hamstrings. So I've taken down glute volumes, started to add a little bit more volume into hamstrings, and hopefully that'll grow and kind of catch up with my glutes. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Another thing as well is record your lifts through a logbook. I'd say doing this straight away, just get a logbook in when you know you've got all your form down and everything's good, and you want to start going into a program, and you go into a good program, just log everything that you're doing. So bicep curls, 10 kilo. Let's say your rep range, or the reps that you're getting is 3 times 10, so 10 reps, 3 sets, and then you're getting 10 reps every set on this weight. Then you can go, you know what, I might go 12.5 next week, and then just see your progression from there, and that can motivate you even more because you know that you're getting somewhere. Plus as well, record your lifts, record your squats. If you guys remember, when I was doing the David Lay program, I was recording every single deadlift session that I was doing, and that was twice a week. I was recording every single squat session, every single bench session. I was recording all that because I was criticizing my form so much, and I wanted to see progression through that, and I did, and I finally got the 180 kg squat. Right, so my 7th point is sleep. I've spoke about sleep so many times. I've even got a video on sleep, so if you want to go check that out, just go through my channel. I think it's called How to Improve Your Sleep. But yeah, just take sleep seriously. You need to know that you're going to grow in your sleep. So whatever you do in the gym, and this kind of goes into my first point as well, whatever you do in the gym, 90% of it is out the gym. So have a good session, and then you need to think about what you're doing outside the gym. Another thing with sleep is just have a good routine. Get up at the same time every day, and try to go to bed at the same time every day. Try to get at least 7-8 hours in. I'd say for people who are my age, try to get at least 8 or 9 hours in. Like, if you're a teenager, you need to sleep more than an adult. So try sleep as much as you can, realistically. And my last and final point is just enjoy the process, enjoy yourself. There's no rush with this. I don't think you should be rushing to get as much muscle on as possible, because I think then you're in the kind of wrong mindset. If you're into your first or second year and you're thinking about going down to the routes rather than the route that you're going down at that moment in time, because you're not making no amount of progress, then you need to kind of think to yourself, well, am I in this for the right reasons, or am I just doing this for an ego reason? Do it for yourself, enjoy the progress, and I think that's all that matters with this. Anyway guys, that is my 8 points on things I wish I knew before or when I started training. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it wasn't that boring. I did kind of want to keep as much information as there as possible without boring you guys. But I'm thinking maybe for my next video, or my video after next video, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. So if you want to leave your questions down below, leave whatever questions you want. I don't care. It can be funny, it can be informational, it can be about training, nutrition, whatever. Just leave them down below, and I'll record a Q&A in the next coming week. So guys, if you like the video, leave a thumbs up. If you dislike the video, then fuck off, and whatever you want, subscribe. Peace out.